She is Lisa Spencer from the Indiana County Department of Human Services, who has ridden her dog sled to get in here today.
Good morning.
And she's here with us, and my goodness, it's a snowy, snowy day.
It is snowy.
Yeah.
It is. It is a little bit slick out there, too, so just caution everybody. The roads are a little bit slick in some places, so... but I wanted to give you a quick update on our Family Fun Fest event we just had on Saturday at the mall. Mm-hmm. It was so much fun.
Oh, yeah?
I had a blast, and it actually fits perfectly with what you were just talking about. The theme was fur, feathers, and fins.
Okay.
And we had... by count, over 2,500 people come through.
Wow.
We had 2,597, I believe, but so we might have had a few duplications, but we based that off of the how many people have gone into the petting zoo.
Okay.
So it was tremendous.
Yeah, and that's even without the prehistoric chicken.
I was so disappointed. I really wanted to see it, but I have to say the kids really, really enjoyed the Spinosaurus. They called him Spiny. And the kids really enjoyed. They were all able to get a picture with the Spinosaurus if they wanted to. So
there you go.
It was good, but I really wanted to see the prehistoric chicken.
You wanted the prehistoric. Well, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to see a prehistoric chicken?
It was just so much fun watching just families, parents and kids interacting and having fun and even the agency tables and the people with the exhibitions, everybody was just having a blast. And it was just really a fun day. So we want to thank Sheriff Ranosky at the Indiana Mall, too, for helping us with all of that. It's just a great event.
And she wouldn't take credit for it, but Kathy Abbey Baker puts an awful lot of work into that.
Kathy is the prime person to pull all this together, and we could not do it without Kathy.
Yeah.
We couldn't do these events without her. And we're rolling into another event in April 7th. We're rolling right into the Bump Baby and Beyond expo over at the mall, and our basket party, our fundraiser for the Children's Advisory Commission. And we do that in conjunction with Indie Kids. So that's a really important fundraiser for us. So April 7th, everybody come on back to the mall, and we will be there. The basket party is actually going to happen in the morning, and I think we're going to start drawing the baskets by 11:30. And then the Bump Baby and Beyond will be going on. I believe that starts more at 10. And there'll be a fashion show at the mall, too, at 1 o'clock. So there's a lot going on April 7th. It's a Saturday. So more information will be coming out about that. I'm sure Kathy will be coming on to talk about that, too.
Kids-oriented activities. So that's part of what Human Services does in Indiana County.
Yes, and we were able to do the Family Fun Fest thanks to so many generous sponsors. We were able to make that a free event again. And I think that really is necessary to be able to include everybody. And so we work really hard at that. Yeah. But again, a lot of it falls to Kathy, and she does a tremendous job, getting those sponsors for us. So I cannot say enough about what a great job Kathy does for us.
Yeah. So what's that you have in front of you? Does that have to do with what we were just talking about, or is it something new?
This is actually something new, and I just grabbed it yesterday. Over at the Care Center, Jessica Clark, she had given this to us. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and they're actually running a fundraiser for the Care Center here in town for the Pinwheels for Prevention. And so basically, if you want to sponsor for one small pinwheel, it's $20. 3 small pinwheels is $50, and 1 large pinwheel is $100, or a corporate sponsor can be $250. And what you do is then we're going to have a ceremony over here on April 6th, Friday at noon, and they're going to plant the pinwheels. So you can plant your pinwheels on the courthouse lawn. They do this every year. It's a good fundraiser, and they really could use the community's help and recognizing, and they'll keep those pinwheels up for the entire month of April. So just a good reminder.
And Jackie's going to be with us on March the 28th to explain more, but that is a wonderful thing because it provides funding for an organization that maybe not a lot of people know about, but wow, what important work they have to do.
They do a lot of important work, and they actually work very closely with Children and Youth Services from Indiana County. So It's a hard job too. Those are hard jobs. They also provide parenting classes. They also have supervised visitation for people. There's a lot of things that the Care Center does that I don't know if the public, is aware of.
Yeah.
But they're really a critical piece of the puzzle here. So
working with children who are victims of crimes to help them in a comfortable environment be able to tell their stories,
right,
for prosecution or for other court-related cases, providing that safe harbor, I guess, is a good way to put it.
Yeah,
for
the
those
forensic
children.
interviewing is you definitely want kids to feel safe, and it's a very difficult process. So
yeah.
If anybody can help out, if you just want to give the Care Center a call, or you can even call the Department of Human Services, and we can get you the number to the Care Center. So we're happy to do that if you want to call 463-8200, and you can hit a number 3. That's our information and referral line. And we'd be happy to get this message out too, because we want to help Jessica Clark over there get as many pinwheels planted as possible.
Lisa Spencer's with us, Indiana County's Department of Human Services. We've been talking about children's issues, and of course there are issues all the time, and not just kids. You also work with veterans and with really any aspect of society that is in need of human services.
Right.
And that's something that, again, that maybe that flies a bit under the radar and people aren't really aware of the work that you're doing. But somebody has to be there in order to make sure that services are directed in the right area, and the most people that can be helped are helped, because there are people out there who really have no other source of assistance.
Right. And I think we do, actually, our office works really well to pull in all the other agencies that, I don't have the direct money to, assist somebody, but we're able to collaborate and pull different resources together with different agencies to try to really make a difference in Indiana County.
Yeah.
And it is always tough, because you're always up against those budgets, and, that can always be something that is hard to work around, because there's a finite amount of dollars. But, I think overall, we're doing the best we can. And if anybody is in need, you can just reach out to different programs. If you need to get into mental health counseling, we can give you the mental health number. If you need to get into, substance use counseling, we can do that. We can help people who are in need of housing. They can, we work closely with ICAP, so we can get them into some of the housing programs. We have a big event coming on Friday night with the St. Patty's Golf Open. So that all the money for that one is going directly to the shelter, the emergency shelter, in light of all the decreases in the funding lately. So we're really hoping that that's a big successful event too. I've personally never volunteered for one, so I'm pretty excited.
Are you doing it?
I'm going to be the volunteer. I'll be at the registration table. So the only thing I'm a little worried about is if I talk too much and maybe we get a little delayed. Shocking, right?
Can't imagine that.
But I really love the interactions, and I feel like I'm going to see people I haven't seen for a long time. And I've heard it's a fantastic event. So
yeah,
I'm excited to be part of that and support ICAP.
Absolutely. Every week we get a newsletter type of thing from the Indiana County Department of Human Services. And this week's came out on Monday, the Informer, the Human Services Informer. And it noted a number of different meetings. Just to highlight one that that is on here, and that directly or indirectly are involved in so many different of these different organizations. The Drug Free Communities Coalition meeting is going to be happening this morning, as a matter of fact.
Yes, at 10 o'clock.
At the Indiana Fire Association West Station there at Indian Springs Road. And that'll be followed by the Drug Free Coalition meeting.
Yeah, for the task force. The overdose task force meeting is absolutely, it's one of my favorite meetings to attend, and anybody is welcome to attend. That one is actually from noon to 2. I learn more probably at that meeting than I do at any other meeting, because that's really the crux of what we're dealing with right now, and how can we help? Everything we do at Human Services is how can we help to make a positive impact and turn things around. So I know this morning I'll be down at Elderton this morning for the Behavioral and Developmental Health Advisory Board meeting, but Maureen should be heading over. That's the great part about having two of us over there, that we can, kind of fill in for people when we need to. But yeah, I'm always sad to miss that overdose task force. It's a really good meeting.
The Drug Free Communities Coalition meeting is from 10 until noon, and then that is followed by the overdose task force meeting, and the information that you get out of meetings such as that, and just the idea that there are so many people working on such a big problem, is encouraging. And breakthroughs do happen, and
they do.
And I think that's one of the things that are highlighted by the fact of those meetings.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's really what we need to see the other side of. I think a big part of what we need to see now are the success stories, because we do have them. We have people who have, been, kind of their life's been controlled by addiction, but through all the process and all the different counseling and even Spirit Life, we had gone out and taken a tour last week with Michelle Fott from ICAP and Maureen from my office, and just kind of pulling everybody together. And then we had spoken to somebody who had gone through the program, and now he actually is employed there, and he's doing great. So I think one thing that we need to do is promote the success stories, because there is hope out there after addiction. We can do this. We can do this together. And while it's a lifelong recovery system, it is possible. If somebody wants it, they can get the help. So that's a great message, though.
So do be aware of all of those different opportunities, and to become aware of them if you're not. The Indiana County Department of Human Services is a place to start. Now,
Right.
I assume you have a Facebook page, correct?
We do.
We
do. Yeah.
Okay.
And so
People
did
can
the
learn
Children
more there.
Advisory Commission does too. So that's always good to know.
Yeah.
Good information on both of those. Yeah.
Terrific.
And we also have the website too. If you just type into Google Human Services Indiana County, we have an entire directory from A to Z that lists almost all. I'm not going to say it's inclusive, but almost all the agencies that we work with are on that directory. So that's at a click. And for people who do not have internet service, which we know parts of the county do not, you are absolutely able to call into our office, and we'll get you all the information you need, and we can send out hard copy flyers for people too on where to call for help. We're happy to do that as well. We know everybody doesn't have internet.
Thanks, Lisa.
Okay, thank you so much for having me. Have a great day.
You too. It's
Stay
Indiana
warm.
in the Morning, AM 1160, FM 101.1.